got no rules, I count 'em. I got no rules, I count 'em. Bread, been down, bread, been down, right, bread, been down, been open.
Hey there guys, welcome back to another video, and as soon as I started, the alarm went on. Jeez. Alright, hopefully that doesn't interfere with the video. I don't know if you guys can even hear it. But today we're going to be doing kind of like a Bedwars guide. Now, I don't want to like, this isn't in no way trying to say I'm like the best player, because I'm not the best player, alright? Let me go ahead and show you who the best player is. My rod can even rod. Alright, look, man hell IQ, man hell IQ, man hell IQ, alright? I am not the best player, okay? I'm not trying to say that. But I feel like I have enough knowledge in the game to kind of like make like a guide for unexperienced players. So this is sort of going to be like an advanced guide. Yeah, so today I'm just going to be going over how you can like tips and tricks, strategies, so let's get straight into it. So first off, before we get into the strategies, I just want to talk about PvP things. So in Bedwars, when you're just fighting, don't just hold W the whole fight. Actually learn how to like W tap, S tap, block hit. Basically resetting your sprint. What this does is it distances yourself from your opponent like for a moment, and in that moment they can't hit you, and then you just go back and then you keep hitting them. So make sure to learn all of those things. If you guys don't know how to W tap, S tap, or block hit, I am doing a little PvP series. My next episode isn't going to be on W tapping or S tapping though, or resetting your sprint in general. It's going to be on rodding. But I might make a video on that the next episode after that. But yeah, you just need to learn how to reset your sprint, and go ahead and look forward to that. I'd also recommend that you learn how to speed bridge, because it's just very helpful if you're just learning how to play Bedwars. I can actually show you guys how to speed bridge right now. And also, I'm sorry for this mess. I was practicing breezely bridging, and I kind of got carried away. So basically, with speed bridging, just hold Shift A and S and then tilt 45 degrees. And then basically the motion is placing a block, unshifting, walking across, and I fell off. Basically the motion is placing a block, unshifting, walking across, shifting again, and then placing a block. And that's basically the motion. So what you do is place the block on shift, place the block on shift, shift. That's what you want to think. And then once you get better at it, you can kind of do it in threes. That's what I did when I was like a beginner. What I did was I would kind of do speed bridging in threes like this. Dude, I was just practicing breezy bridging for so long. I just got used to it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then obviously once you get better at it, you can start doing it more consistently for longer distances like this. I'd really recommend that you learn how to speed bridge, and also diagonal speed bridging. If you guys want in-depth tutorials on how to, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comment section, obviously, or I won't know. And yeah, so next thing we're going to be talking about is just tips in general. So once you learn all this, let's just go over some tips. So basically, there's this thing where you place a block in front of your opponent, and basically it kind of like stuns them. I guess they'll run into the block. If you're lucky, they'll even glitch into it, but like that rarely happens. Actually, it's not really that rare on Hypixel because of like these lag issues that the server's going through. But basically, you just place a block in front of them, and then they're stuck there, and basically, you get to combo them. Now, I don't do this all the time, because, like, sometimes, like, in certain situations, it does, like, you can't do it, but I do this sometimes, occasionally. The next thing we're going to be talking about is bridge fighting. Now, this is something that, it's not, like, self-explanatory. Like, some people just walk on a bridge and they just spam click and hope that they win it, and you don't always win fights like that. So basically when I bridge fight, let me actually get my, blocks out. There are actually a couple of methods I use. So one is I just strafe like this, and basically it just decreases the amount of KB I take. But I don't usually just run into bridge fights like that. I kind of like place blocks like that and then jump down and hit them off. So that's something you can try. And then I also do this thing where I do that and then I hit them off. And then there's the one where you just suicide just to kill them. that I don't do too often. So those are some bridge fighting methods that you can try out. Unfortunately, I couldn't like do it because I didn't get it in the footage that I'm playing in the video right now, the background footage. But yeah, that's basically how some bridge fighting methods that you can use. So yeah, next let's just get into some strategies. Now, in Bedwars, strategy is very important. Like, some people might be 10 times better at PvP than you, but you're still able to beat them in Bedwars because you just have a better strategy, you just have a better game sense. You're just more experienced. Like, I'm guessing if I 1v1'd, I don't know, Are You Mad Lol in Bedwars, most Bedwars players would just be able to beat him, even though he's like a god at PvP. He's just not an experienced Bedwars player. I'm not trying to pinpoint down on him though, like he's some bad person or anything. I'm just saying, alright, people who don't play Bedwars, usually, even if they're the god at PvP, like, the average Bedwars player could beat them, because they just have more experience with the game. And that comes down to game sense, and basically that's just what to buy, when to buy it, and all that stuff. Now let me actually get into the strategy. So usually I rush to the next base with the minimum amount of iron. Okay, so this is something that a lot of newer players don't understand. They look up all these Bedwars tutorials and they just see rushing. 16 iron, 4 gold, boom, go. You don't always save up for the same amount on each map. Let's compare Lighthouse and Orchestra. These two maps, they're both 8 iron rushes, and you rush to the next base with 8 iron, and they're very similar. On Lighthouse, I only bridge up like 2 blocks, and on Orchestra, sometimes I'm able to bridge up like 4 blocks, 5 blocks even. So, basically you just have to determine which maps, it's kind of like just in my brain, like as soon as I see that map, I know how much iron to save up for. But when you're new, it's kind of like you have to play the guessing game. Okay, that's a very low distance, so I'm guessing that's an 8 iron. But it's kind of just in my brain now, like I can't get it out, so it's like, it's just really easy to know how much iron to save up for. So yeah, basically you save up for the minimum amount of iron, and you rush the base next to you. Usually I go back to my base and go to the other base that's next to me. And then there are maps like Speedway, where you don't rush to the base that's sideways. You actually go to the base that's to the Diamond Gen. And on these maps, I think it's Speedway, let me see, Orchestra, and there are just a bunch of other maps. On Dragon Star, you can actually choose which way to go, though. Most people side rush on that map, so I side rush, but sometimes if you're lucky and they don't side rush you, you can diagonal rush on that map. And yeah, so once you rush the base next to you, you just go back, rush the other base that's near you, and then basically you just go across the map. Usually if I lose my bed, which I do in the background footage, I always go middle. Unless I'm just bored and I just feel like rushing, I'll just rush anyways. But yeah, that's basically my strategy. If the footage isn't over yet, that's probably because the footage is really long. So if it is not over yet, the footage will just play in the background. But I hope this helped people out who are just struggling with Bedwars. Remember all the things that you learned in this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.